Okay, if you're a homeowner in Gatineau, you already know your house is your biggest investment, right? But what if I told you there's a silent threat right now that could be compromising its very foundation? Well, that threat is water. And today, we're going to talk about how to protect your home from it for good.
You know the one I'm talking about, that kind of damp, musty odor down in the basement that just never seems to go away no matter what you do? It's so easy to just ignore it, right? But that smell, it's often the very first sign of a much, much bigger problem hiding just beneath your feet.
And it's not just the smell. You've probably seen other clues. Maybe it's a little water seeping through the walls after a big storm, or some cracks you've noticed in the foundation. Or hey, what about that weird white chalky stuff on the concrete? That's called efflorescence, and it's basically minerals left behind by water. Look, these aren't just little quirks of an old house, they are massive warning signs. It's your home literally screaming for help.
Now, here's the thing. If you live anywhere in the Gatineau or Outaouais region, these signs are more than just a warning. They're a serious red flag. This isn't some general problem all homeowners face. For us, it's a very specific, local challenge that you just can't afford to ignore. Let's dig into why.
So, what makes Gatineau so special? Well, it all comes down to the ground we're built on. We have this heavy clay soil that holds onto water like a sponge, plus a naturally high water table. When you put those two together, you get this incredible force called hydrostatic pressure. Just imagine the constant, immense weight of water in the ground pushing against your foundation walls, day in and day out. Your basement is in a 24/7 battle against moisture.
And what happens if water wins that battle? Well, the consequences are pretty awful, honestly. We're not just talking about a puddle. We're talking about real damage to the structural integrity of your home. We're talking about dangerous mold growing in the walls, affecting your family's health, not to mention everything you have stored down there getting ruined, and of course, a huge drop in your property's value. It's a nightmare.
You know, this quote just hits the nail on the head. A wet basement is so much more than an inconvenience. It's a direct threat to your home, your health, and your biggest financial asset. It really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it?
So, what do you do? The answer isn't about slapping some paint on it or just cleaning up the mess every time it rains. No, those are just Band-Aids. The real, permanent solution is to stop the water where it starts, at the source, with a professional waterproofing system that's designed specifically for your home.
And this is exactly where local expertise is so incredibly important. You need someone who gets the unique challenges here. That's Plombier Gatineau. They're not some big, faceless national chain. These are local experts who live and work here, and they've been solving these exact problems in Gatineau for years.
So how do they do it? It's not guesswork. They have a proven 6-step process. First, they do a super thorough assessment to figure out exactly why and where water is getting in. Then, they design a custom solution just for your home. They handle the whole shebang, installing drainage systems, sump pumps, sealing up every last crack, and then they make sure it all works perfectly. And to top it off, they back their work with a solid warranty, so you have total peace of mind.
Okay, but talk is cheap, right? How do you really know you can trust them with something this important? Well, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's just let the numbers do the talking.
For starters, they've been in business for over 12 years. Think about that. That's more than a decade of serving our local community, which means they're established, they're reliable, and they're not going anywhere.
And during that time, they've completed over 5,000 jobs. That's an incredible amount of hands-on experience, solving the very water problems we're talking about right now. They've seen it all.
But honestly, this is the number that really says it all. A 4.9-star customer rating. You simply don't get a rating like that after thousands of jobs unless you're consistently doing outstanding work and treating your customers right. Period.
And this isn't just about good work, it's about being true professionals. They're fully licensed with the RBQ, they're members of the Master Plumbers Association, and they're fully insured. So what does all that alphabet soup mean for you? It's simple. It means you're totally protected. They're qualified, they're accountable, and you have zero risk.
But you know, it goes beyond the licenses and the numbers. It's about their commitment to you. They believe in honesty first, which means you get upfront pricing with absolutely no surprises. They guarantee their work will be done right the first time, and they promise to respect your space, leaving your home just as clean as they found it. That shows they care about the experience, not just the job.
So when you really think about it, waterproofing isn't just another expense. It's one of the smartest investments you can make. It's an investment in your home's future, your family's health, and your own peace of mind. A dry basement means your biggest asset is protected.
So, let me ask you,
Are you ready to stop worrying every single time you see rain in the forecast? Are you ready to finally reclaim that basement space and protect your investment for the long haul?
If the answer is yes, then the next step is super simple. Just give Plombier Gatineau a call. They'll come out and give you a completely free, no-obligation assessment. They'll find the problem and show you exactly how they can fix it. The number is right there on your screen.
And don't forget, they cover the entire Outaouais region. Gatineau, Hull, Aylmer, you name it. They have licensed plumbers ready to go 24/7 for any emergencies, and every single job is backed by their satisfaction guarantee. So please, don't wait for a small leak to turn into a full-blown disaster. Call them and protect your foundation today.